Paulie, what do you mean? I think the biggest story that's come out here is the excuse. You know, Pacquiao's now said that, you know, his shoulder was messed up. They're saying he underwent some type of surgery. You know, I know some people aren't sold on it. I know Bernard Hopkins, I heard, wasn't sold on it. I mean,
I think any real athlete that's been in this business, or any professional business for that matter, knows he's full of shit. That's it. It's pretty much simple. You know, I know you said Bernard Hopkins has said it. I've talked to other athletes. As a matter of fact, just earlier today, and I shall remain nameless, I was talking to an NBA veteran of 15 years, a former NBA player who played in the NBA for 15 years, and he was telling me how he had just a partial tear in his rotator cuff, and he couldn't lift it at all. Couldn't lift his shoulder at all. And he was out for a very long period of time. He couldn't lift it at all. And the fact that Pacquiao, and severe tear no less, not just a partial tear, a severe tear, shows just how full of shit the excuse was. And like I said, this former NBA player shall remain nameless, but he was a very, very good NBA player. Obviously, if you last 15 years in the NBA, you're a very good player. But in the end, it was he was telling me just how much full of shit that excuse was. And like I said, if anybody has done anything remotely on a competitive level, you know he's full of shit. You know the excuse is full of shit. I don't care what doctor said he did what surgery. I don't care. They can do all kinds of PR. A powerful PR team can take care of all that. Doesn't matter. A doctor can be in on it too. I don't give a shit at the end of the day. There is no way that guy had any sort of tear. The way he was throwing those punches and missing them without a slight bit of hesitation. The only thing he was hesitating on was his distance and his range. He wasn't hesitating. Once he got in range, once Pacquiao would get close and got in range, he didn't think twice about throwing his hands. And he was missing almost all those shots anyway, which causes more pain and causes more doubt in your offense to want to throw. So in the end, Pacquiao's punch output was due to the range control of Floyd Mayweather. That's what limited it. But when Pacquiao got in range, there was never a hesitation. And then that goes to show you right there that he was completely healthy. Another thing that shows you he's completely healthy. No mention of it in the corner at all. No mention of it. You know, I've gone into fights with broken hands. A lot of fighters have gone into fights with injuries. You know, you hear the corner kind of talking their fighter through it each and every round, you know, because they have to base the game plan around the injury. How are you holding up? How are you doing? How's the injury? How are you feeling? Nothing. Not a single peep from Freddie Roach to the corner. In the end, the guy tried to say when the final bell rang, you don't know how everybody outside of the ring is talking. You have no idea how everybody outside of the ring is talking because you've been in the ring for 12 rounds. So at first he tried to say he won the fight. He didn't even mention an injury. At first he tried to say he won the fight, if you notice. He didn't mention an injury. Then he mentioned that in the post-fight interview. Then he must have got out of the ring, saw how ridiculous that excuse sounded, because now he was getting everybody's opinions when he got outside the ring. Because when you're stuck in that ring for 12 rounds, you have no idea what everybody's saying outside the ring. You don't understand it. So once he got outside the ring after giving that interview, he saw how ridiculous that excuse sounded, that he thought he won the fight. So he had to come up with another excuse on the fly. So he went from I thought I won the fight to he never mentioned he thought he won the fight again. Notice he never mentioned it again. He went from I thought I won the fight to this crazy injury, this crazy shoulder injury, this crazy tear. Again, for me, it's disgusting. You know, it was already kind of a dud of a fight, and you're still bringing negative attention to the fight. You know, just go home, go back to the Philippines, go hang out with your family. You made a good check. That's it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. For once in your life, stop being such a narcissistic prick and go home to your family. Take the L like a man and just regroup and rebound. You'll be fine. You still have your legion of fans. You'll be back. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the way you should have approached it, instead of continuing to bring this negativity on the sport of boxing, this negativity on what should have been a great night of boxing.